What's up, Taiwan? I'm Brossard with news from here in Taiwan and around the world. Taiwan's Premier Zhuo Rongtai has responded to U.S. President Donald Trump's suggestion of tariffs on Taiwan's chips.
经济部及其相关的部会都已经在严密的注意当中。过一两天，我们也会紧急的看看要不要对产业界做出更多的合作的计划。
Trump has floated the idea of placing up to a 100% tax on Taiwan's semiconductors to try and move more production to the U.S. Taiwan makes the large majority of the world's most advanced chips, including for U.S. companies. Premier Zhuo's comments come on the first day of the Lunar New Year while he and President Lai Ching-te visited temples around the country.
我打观音菩萨祈求台湾国泰民安，风调雨顺。 所有的善男信女会当合家平安，大家大赚钱。
Lai and Zhuo's temple tour comes shortly after Chinese startup DeepSeek shocked stock markets with a cheap and powerful AI model that uses fewer and older chips than leading models. Now, while that new AI model has injected fears for the future of the world's leading semiconductor companies, some tech analysts say DeepSeek's innovations do not necessarily spell disaster for the current industry. Cadence Quaranto explains.
Sending shockwaves through the tech world, a new AI model released by a Chinese startup called DeepSeek, attracting attention because of how it was made and how cheaply. DeepSeek's new chatbot rivals those of industry giants like OpenAI or Google, but the company says it was created with less advanced and fewer microchips, at a fraction of the cost, suggesting the most advanced microchips are not as crucial to AI as once thought. This breakthrough caused shares in U.S. tech giant NVIDIA, whose chips are central to many AI systems, to drop by over 17%. And it's also raised questions about the future of the chip industry as a whole. But amid concerns within the tech world, some experts are arguing a move towards cheaper and more efficient AI models like DeepSeek's does not mean demand for high-end semiconductors will decrease.
So I think this is great for the whole community because once you know that you can train something more efficiently, you can do a couple of different things. One is you can do more experiments, which means you can explore more possibilities of what you would like the model to do. And so what I expect is going to happen is that despite what we've seen on the stock market with like the NVIDIA stock, it's likely going to be a future where there's an even greater demand for AI applications and therefore for chips, because once you are more efficient, you can then just run more things.
Others say chips could also be repurposed, used to strengthen the ability of AI to answer questions.
In most cases, the money that is being spent to build out the data centers that will handle these giant training runs can be repurposed. The same servers and chips that you would use to do that can also be used to serve what is called inference. So basically actually answering the questions. So as more and more people start to use AI, it will be those giants that actually have the capacity to serve those queries. They will be able to build businesses around that.
In Taiwan, there are fears for TSMC, which makes around 90% of the world's most advanced chips and is a key driver of the national economy. Yet one column in the Wall Street Journal says the company could actually benefit from AI becoming more efficient and accessible, especially if it's used in more consumer devices like smartphones. And one Taiwanese expert is even arguing that this breakthrough could deepen U.S. ties with Taiwan as it competes with China in the AI industry. U.S. President Donald Trump in recent days has emphasized the need for U.S. companies to compete.
The release of DeepSeek AI from a Chinese company should be a wake-up call for our industries that we need to be laser-focused on competing to win, because we have the greatest scientists in the world. Even Chinese leadership told me that.
But Trump has also accused Taiwan of stealing the U.S.'s chip industry and has said he plans to place tariffs on imports to encourage more domestic production, telling House Republicans that he may impose 25%, 50%, or even 100% tax on Taiwan's chips. For now, questions remain about how DeepSeek's breakthrough will affect the AI industry, demand for high-end chips, the semiconductor industry as a whole, and Taiwan specifically, with many keeping a close eye on developments. Kama Xu and Cadence Quaranta for TaiwanPlus.
Temple-Goers in central Taiwan have ushered in the Lunar New Year with a special tradition, an incense race. Wesley Lewis reports.
Kicking off the Lunar New Year, temple-goers at the Fuxing Temple in central Taiwan race to be the first to release incense. Customarily, it's used to pray to the gods for good luck, and at this temple, that would be the sea goddess Mazu. But this rush to be first has morphed into its own unique tradition. This year's winner says he gave it his all to come out on top.
想说不要到时候老了才后悔，所以就来了。对，就趁年轻还有体力的时候可以冲，赶快冲。
Gao Mengshun is following in his older brother's footsteps, who won the same race last year, hoping to continue their family's reign as incense race champions. They said they returned to this year's event, hoping to also walk away with good fortune.
去年抢到，今年再换陪弟弟来看能不能今年也换弟弟抢到，然后就或者是说我今年能不能再抢到一次？对，因为我去年跟妈祖婆说我想要生个龙宝宝，他说小朋友刚好上个礼拜才满月，所以就刚好很开心，然后今年又可以跟弟弟来抢。
This temple has held this grand Lunar New Year celebration for the last 6 years. Organizers say it includes the wider community.
在我们的庙城外面福兴路上，我们其实布置了将近4000颗的灯笼，是由浊水溪两岸、云林彰化2个县、12乡镇、将近80所学校的这些小朋友们，他把他的作品，然后呈现在妈祖庙里面。
This event at Fuxing Temple is an example of a new tradition to join the many ways Lunar New Year is celebrated in Taiwan, as people across the country ring in the year of the snake, with family, friends, food, and fun. Dolphin Chen and Wesley Lewis for TaiwanPlus.
Snakes have a pretty spotty reputation in most of the world, but the people who love these animals say the image is undeserved. With 2025 being the year of the snake, Sandy Chi and I went out to get to know these misunderstood reptiles and break down stereotypes.
Hi Philip, 新年快乐!
Hi, Happy New Year. Can you explain why you're holding a snake?
Well, I thought about bringing this little fella around with me because it's the year of the snake.
Well, you're in luck because actually I was born in the year of the snake. But I don't really understand much about the Chinese zodiac.
Let me tell you more about it.
The snake is one of the 12 creatures in the Chinese zodiac. Since they're cold-blooded, people born in this year are sometimes seen as being more reserved or introverted. But it's also believed they carry a lot of passion on the inside and can be ambitious, adventurous, and sensitive.
Can you explain a bit what snakes mean in Taiwanese culture?
Well, I know someone who can tell you.
So we're going to meet Professor Du, who is an expert with snakes.
Professor Du Mingzhang has been studying reptiles for over 40 years. He says that in Taiwan, snakes traditionally have a pretty good reputation. Rice farmers see one species as the son of local guardian spirits and won't hurt these snakes. And the Taiwan indigenous people, similarly, keep a respectful distance from the venomous 100-pace snake, which they see as their ancestor. But Professor Du says humans in general have extreme reactions to snakes.
这个是地毯蟒啊，这个是澳洲的啊，所以它就比较凶。你要拿它，它就一直咬。它不是被当成过街老鼠把它打死，就是另外就是崇拜它，就是拜它。因为我很害怕。 当我怕的时候，我如果没办法跟你划清界限，我就是拜你，那你就不要来伤害我啊。那我如果有办法跟你划清界限，我就打死你。
According to Professor Du, people's feelings towards snakes have a complicated origin. He says experiments using baby humans and monkeys show they don't fear snakes the first time they see them.
那后来就是有一个还算有趣的实验，就是让小猴子他如果说有看蛇的图像，他不会怕。 那花也不会怕啊，但是蛇的图像如果旁边放上他妈妈很害怕的表情，从此以后那个小猴子就怕蛇了啊。那接下来呢，他把一朵花跟妈妈的表情很害怕的表情放在一起，看小猴子会不会怕花。那结果是不会啊。为什么蛇就会，花就不会？ 所以从这样我们可以知道说，应该是有一部分是先天的，但是很大的部分是后天学习的。
But the professor says there's more to snakes, and some of them make good pets.
他们其实很温驯的，因为它是很温驯，然后很不会紧张，不会乱冲，所以才会变成开花变成是宠物蛇。
So it seems snakes are really misunderstood in the world, and here in Taiwan as well.
Well, I know a place where people can get to know them more. Let's go.
Oh my God. Look at it, it's huge. It's moving now.
Professor Du runs the snake cafe that he opened in 2023. He rotates the snakes between the cafe and a farm, so they have time to rest and feed. There are about 30 in this room alone. Du wants people to come and get up close and personal with the snakes.
所以蛇就是要透过摸了以后你那个有很多那个错误的想象就会不见。
But the undisputed star of the cafe is a Burmese python Professor Du adopted 7 years ago.
等一下会被卡住。
哎呀，它太肥了，对不对？
那时候来才这么粗，然后2公尺，那经过7年，它现在这么大了，已经4.8公尺，然后75公斤。
Professor Du does not let customers pet this snake, but not because it's dangerous. He says Burmese pythons are also calm and docile.
因为要拿出来很麻烦我后来才知道说，原来那么多人想要摸它，所以我这个设计一开始没有想到。
Spending the day with Professor Du, Sandy and I learned a lot about snakes, but I needed more. Okay, so today you've taken me to a snake farm. Now we're here at the Snake Cafe, but these are both places run by professionals. So what is it like owning a snake as a pet?
Does this mean you need more snakes?
Yes, always.
Well, you're in luck. I have a few friends who are holding a snake year festival.
These owners have gathered with their cuddly cold-blooded pets to celebrate the coming snake year.
这是我们家的网纹马，它叫做糯米肠。它在我们家是算蛮乖的，它就可以让人家这样上手啊，然后玩啊，你只要直接摸它也是可以的。我还觉得它是在我家是蛮有分量的，它是算我的宝贝啦，最主要的宝贝。但是我家还有其他的小蛇，就是它是最大型的。
Around the Lunar New Year, people often buy pets of that year because they say they can bring them good luck.
So can we expect more people to buy snakes in the new year?
就大家会求个吉祥，所以蛇年购买蛇的民众其实还蛮多的。
But snake breeder Ryan Wu says snakes can be easier to keep than more traditional pets because they don't need walks and they don't make noise.
But keeping a pet is not easy.
It's a lifelong commitment to their well-being.
These misunderstood animals are more than just a good luck charm in the year of the snake.
Patrick Chen, Chris Ma, Philip Brossard, and Tani Chi for TaiwanPlus.
Thank you for joining us here on What's Up Taiwan. Follow us on social media for more of our stories. Now, before we go, check out this Viking festival on the Shetland Islands in Scotland, complete with longboats and torch throwing. I'm Philip Brossard. Take care, and we wish you a happy Year of the Snake.
Oh, and you two, come. I'm ready.
Let's do it.
Oh.
May the year of the snake inspire new beginning,
Bringing you transformation,
Peace, prosperity,
health, wealth, and all things wonderful.
Wishing you a healthy and prosperous year of the snake.
Happy Lunar New Year.
Bringing in the new year with Rattle and Charm. TaiwanPlus.